Victoria.
20.
Guess what?
What?
It's Thanksgiving Day there.
Oh, happy Thanksgiving, you guys.
Oh my God. Otherwise known as Pumpkin Pie Day.
Pumpkin
Pie Day.
That reminds you of the Donna. The pumpkin pie and 2 inches of fluff cream on the top.
What do you mean 2 inches?
It was. At least.
It's more than that. Yeah, it's not pumpkin pie unless you got...
What, 4 inches?
Yeah, something like that. Boom!
Hello, you guys.
All right, Sizzle,
Hello,
Olive, Triple D. Oh my God, Triple D, Valerie. I see you found it.
And Olive, apparently you've got the same rose that 20 picked out.
I love
for
that
our
one.
garden.
Oh my God, that just brings back memories from when I was just
the
a teeny
Monet
tiny 20.
or something like that?
That splatter. It's a paint splatter one.
Yeah, the paint splatter. I think they call it the
Triple
Monet
D, Dennis, yo. Triple D, Valerie.
Cool.
So you guys that signed up for the
Dennis.
club, check your thing because, right? Those of you who haven't, make sure you do if you want to. So, anyway, so
today is
Facebook group is live.
the 27th of November, 2020.
And Eliza, that's right.
And it's your questions answered live.
All right, it's our Black Friday.
It is.
Yep, I've got my Black Friday special
I'm
going.
ordering that fridge today.
She's spending the monies. Oh, yeah.
Yeah, so go to freeneville.com.
Forget the 221 email list. Nobody signs up for that anymore, right? So
What?
They don't. They pretty much don't, right? EasyManifestingMethods.com. You'll get the videos. I'll still send you the daily emails, all that stuff. But EasyManifestingMethods.com.
Okay,
Yeah.
we'll do that one.
That's right.
Join us in our 90-day adventure at manifestingmasterycourse.com.
15 to 25 minutes a day, half a donut. I think you're worth it. End of line. Oh.
And for refunds, visit our YouTube channel, feelitrealfun.com.
Feelitrealfun.com.
Okay.
All right.
So, everyone should be here by now. So, we're going to dive in.
That's
everyone
right.
Cool.
Everyone cool.
With our first
Triple D
question.
and people. There's more than them civilians now.
Yes, you like saying that.
Yeah, I do. Right.
Okay. So, our first question is from Shelley in Manifesting Mastery.
Yo, Shelley.
Starting my own business.
Oh my God, this is exciting.
Okay. Dearest 20 and Victoria, I'm feeling so overwhelmed right now. I barely have the time to go in to make mistakes, make money, make a difference.
Side note, that's a little side group that we have for people that want to learn about like marketing skills and business strategies, right?
Yeah.
It's a little freebie. I'll be doing something paid with that next year because most people don't do dick if they don't have skin in the game, but that's beside the point.
Right. So many changes are taking place, so much shit coming up to be revised, having a hard time being still, plus cabin fever, being in quarantine with the Loogie.
Tell you what, this is the best time ever. If you want to start a business, really think about this, right? 100 years ago, 1918, right? There's this thing called the
swine flu.
Yeah, the swine flu, the black epidemic, the plague, or whatever.
Yeah.
100 years before that, same damn thing, right? We've got this thing called the internet. I'm honest to God serious. I mean, like, this is the best time ever. Take advantage of these wonderful opportunities like lockdown, really.
Yeah.
I type more.
Yeah.
I make more recordings.
Yeah.
Right? I bless more people.
Yeah.
Some people watch more Netflix. Right.
And play Go, is it? That's what we learned about yesterday.
True.
Okay, I'll keep going.
Go. Yes.
Yes. Anyway, I would like to start my own business. In Have One. It's a family business. But my personal creativity is not being completely expressed. Oh my God.
I like this.
Is there any way I can overcome this feeling of boiling over but not getting anything done? Thanks, guys.
Absolutely, right? First things first. Before I get out of bed, I nail a couple things, right? Specific events of my day having already gone my way, the whole Joseph Goddard bit.
Yeah.
Right? And this is really important, right? So I know a lot of broke Forex traders, and what they do is two things. One, they decide, I'm quitting my job, okay, 8 hours a day, and I'm going to trade for 8 hours a day.
Yeah.
Right? Meanwhile, when I hang out with Lance trades for 15, 20 minutes, hits his target, leaves the charts, or he leaves them up and just watches them. Doesn't trade, right? Because he's made his pip target for the day, right? So, and he does this at 9 in the morning, right? Not at 1 o'clock, right?
1 o'clock.
So let's just get clear on some things here.
Yes.
First things first. I don't care whatever you want to do. You want to build a business, right? if that actually is a priority, first things first. My first hour of the day, nobody gets in the way of. I don't give a shit. Like if I had an emergency call from the States, right, they could be dead. They'll be dead in an hour. Right? Yeah, still dead, yes or no. Right? End of line. Right?
Right.
So when it comes to her in the garden, right? This morning, what do you usually do Friday mornings?
Go to the dog park.
Yeah. What did she do today? Abandoned me.
I did.
Right? She abandoned me, right?
Yeah.
But those first 2 hours of her day are being garden girl because they need to be for this particular window of time.
Yeah.
Right? Do I feel upset about it? No.
Yeah.
Right? I'm happy she's out there. Right? Yeah, she's like, kissing me goodbye, like, let's go, right?
See ya.
Go, right?
Yeah.
So really now, this is a business, move into the state, and Tommy, okay, I'll add that in, cool. So really make it your priority. And that's the thing, there's no plural for priority.
There's no plural.
For priority.
No, there's not.
Yeah, look it up, right? There's no such thing as...
It's a singular thing, yes.
Yeah. Anyway, so...
Well, we do say my priorities are...
Wrong answer, right?
But that's a plural of priority.
No, it's not in the dictionary.
Isn't it?
No. I don't lie. I'm always right.
Of course.
All right,
It keeps
so...
reminding me that.
I'm going to jump on Tommy's questions.
Okay.
And we will... Who was that from?
That was from... Oh, so thank you. Sorry, that was from Shelley.
Shelley, we'll dive back into that later. Right?
But thank you very much for your question.
So Tommy has a question. So my question is, you got to get it in the thing before. Shame on you. You're very bad
He
today.
likes being a rebel.
Right?
Yeah,
so my question is, how can you imagine doubling your income if you don't have any income or a job? All right? I do have an income.
Do you?
No. Here's the thing, right?
Yes.
Remember that whole thing? That's the wrong how. Right? The right how is what would imply that you've doubled your income and work half the time.
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
Now, if you don't have a job, right? So, I mean, modify it a little bit. What if you doubled your income and you didn't lose your whole fucking day to work doing dumb shit? Right? Yet there's a goodie right there, because the whole thing really is, to me, divorcing time from dollars. Everybody that tells me they want money, what it really comes down to is they want a life. Right? And until you divorce time from dollars, you're not going to have plenty of both. I want you to have plenty of both. So if you don't have a job, right, so you're working 0 hours a week, half of 0 is less than, it doesn't compute, right? End of line, big time. Just remember, it's about your day, right? There's the big thing. It's about your day, not your dollar. Whenever you structure the day right, you got plenty of time, you got plenty of money. And she's buying a refrigerator, for God's sake.
Yes.
Right? Now, here's what's cool. We're not going to go out and spend 8 hours looking at them.
No.
Right?
It was fantastic. My sister said, how about this one?
She outsourced.
I told her that I wanted a fridge. Well, I guess I do know my sister, when she goes to buy something,
she does hours of research. So you know what we do, right?
Yeah.
So now here's what's cool. Going back to the first question, Shelley. Right? So Shelley says, hey, business owner, right? And you're not getting shit done. Outsource. So digital marketer, right? Going back to the whole make mistakes, make money, make a difference thing. They had a 21 for 21 thing. It was a freebie, right? Triple D Tony Doyle shared the link, right? Boom, right? Probably about 10 of my people signed up, right? I haven't watched a video. I haven't had the time, right? We've been very busy here.
We have, yeah.
Okay? You guys watch the videos. You guys commented. I stalk you, right? I outsourced watching the videos. You got it? Right? I will watch them. I've downloaded all of them except for day 2, I believe, right? But here's the thing, right? I outsource. Anything that I think I can take off my plate, I take off my plate, right? And she's doing the same thing, because she could be doing certain work on the house, because we're having the reno done right now. She could do certain work, but we had this discussion, right?
We did.
And it was like, look, if we give him this much monies, this gives you this much time.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
And in the garden, this much time is fun, right? Up on scaffolding doing dumb shit.
Yeah.
Right?
Not so clever.
How you doing over there? All right.
Yeah, Tommy's got about my day, not my dollar.
Boom.
And then, cool.
All right.
Excellent.
Do
and that
we,
was a
do we,
good
do.
bit for Shelley as well about outsourcing.
That's right.
Yes.
Cool. And this is going to continue.
Okay, cool.
All right.
So thank you, Tommy, for your question.
I love you. I do.
The next question is from Ant
love that.
in Manifesting Mastery. Work brings me down.
Don't bring me down.
So Ant asks, when I'm not at work, I do start to feel from the state of the wish fulfilled. I feel happy and I expect things will get better, almost as if they already are better, if that makes sense. It's perfect. I can turn off worrying about stuff and just get on. But when I have to work,
WORK, 4-letter word.
yes,
Continue.
capitals, I can't feel that the wish is fulfilled because I hate doing what I do for work and I want to write, make pictures and study stuff I'm interested in. So it's like my wish was fulfilled. It's like if my wish was fulfilled, I wouldn't be doing this work. But if I don't do it, I can't pay the bills. Is there any fix to this? In fact, I missed writing to you last week because I didn't get any days off, although I did get more pittance for working extra. So at least that was something, I guess. Cheers.
All right, here we go. Who's
Yes.
ready?
We're ready.
Ready. Now, everybody type in, if you're here, Adelia, type in Mabel exploded.
Yeah.
Right? Some of y'all know this story,
Yeah.
right? So I was imagining teaching full-time, backwoods of Pennsylvania. This is before the internet was as big as it is now or as easy. Believe me, you guys that want to make money, it is so fucking easy now, right? Not compared to the old days, right? So here I am, I'm imagining teaching, week-long workshops instead of little weekend adventures that I was doing. Teaching full-time. I was going to trade my teaching, my work time at the old folks' home to teach the same amount of time during the week, right? So I could make money, right?
Yes.
Make a difference. All that dumb stuff.
Yes.
Haven't figured out the divorcing time from dollars thing yet. And here's how I got through the day. Because at one point, yeah, that's right. Thank you. Shame. Mabel, Lynn, exploded.
Yes.
Boom. She did, right? At one point I had to take nurse aid training because they came to me. So I was the bingo guy. Fun and games, color and shape bingo, doing all sorts of crazy things, giving people a reason to live. I'm good at that, right? And then one day I decided I want to work in treatment. I have 0 qualifications to work in treatment, right? A couple days later, the restorative nursing team hunts me down and puts me in a corner. Don't put baby in a corner, right?
Don't put baby in a corner.
and they said, we want you to run the team. And I says, I can't do that. You have to be an RN. I'm not even an FN, right?
FW. Yeah.
Yeah, you have to be a real nurse, not a fake nurse, right?
Yeah.
But they said, no, we got a plan. And they whipped out a sheet and they went, "Pfft. If we can fulfill these 13 criteria, you can run restorative nursing." I was like, right. And so they sent me to a bunch of little workshops and shit, and that was fun, right? But I also had to get my nurse's aid training in, and that included me wiping butts, right? And so one day Mabel exploded,
Yes.
right? And I go in and she's like, uh-oh. And I'm like, uh-oh, right? Now here's the thing. I didn't want to be cleaning up explosion, right? I really didn't want to be going through that triple D, tot, welcome to the show. But here's the thing. I felt it in the past. And I got to tell you, so here's the thing. I felt it in the past as though I were already teaching full time. That job that I had, that would have been pre 9/11, right? So whenever that happened, 2000, 2001, that job blesses us to this day because I have all this treatment and medical understanding that they paid me to learn,
Yeah.
right? Crappy job, learning crap that I don't even really believe in.
Cleaning up
right?
crap.
Cleaning up crap,
Yes.
right? That's not fun. That's not fun, right? But feeling it in the past as a loving teacher allowed that job to give me all sorts of things. It paid the bills when I needed the bills paid, but it gave me skills that I swear to God, I probably get 10, 20 emails a week where the understandings from that job help me help people. So
while you were on the job, because for Ant, he's saying it's so hard when he's at work to
Yep.
feel his wish fulfilled.
Yep.
So while you were at your work cleaning up Mabel,
Yep. I felt it in the past.
you felt it in the past.
Yep.
Yeah, got you. Yeah.
And what's cool is, like, as a photographer, as as doing what you choose to do in the world, you can see anything differently. I still have the capacity to see things as a police officer. Every now and then we'll be someplace and I'll spot something. It's like, oh, that's interesting. Right?
Yes.
So, you can remember when, literally, and it ain't the words. Anyone that's telling you, walk around and say, I remember when I had a shithole job, that gets you fired, right? But you can be at the shithole job cleaning up explosion, and you just feel it's in the past, and suddenly it's not only bearable, but it's enjoyable, right? And so on and so forth. So that's where you get to play. Really nail that.
Yeah.
Remembering when you were there while it's happening.
Well, we've got a few actually global authors, but we've got one in particular, a lady who in our group, and I know that she still has a day job, but she has a number of books up on Amazon, scoring
we've got a stack
really
of them.
high.
I don't know if you can see them from here or not.
And but the point I was going to make was when she goes to work, while she's on the train or public train, whatever it is, on the way to work and on the way home, she has her phone and she writes directly into Google Docs on her phone. So the time isn't wasted. And all of the ideas that, well, I'm sure she gets, but I'm wondering with you in your job, I know you're wanting to write, you're wanting to make pictures and all of that, but there must be so many stories you can see in your work environment of people or characters, do you know what I mean, that you can make up. That
let everything, let nothing take away from you. Let everything feed you.
Yes, and it might be a great way of staying in the wish fulfilled while you're at work, while you're with your, I don't know, associates and staff, thinking, what if maybe they're the character in one of your books or something, or what are they going to do today? And it's sort of what might help, I don't know, fire you up a bit more at work.
Yep.
Yeah.
Here's the thing, there's always going to be an excuse as to why it's hard.
Yeah.
Dog just fucking barked, show's over, right? There's always an excuse until you decide, no, what I've chosen is non-negotiable. And then, can you get bumped out of your state? Yep. But you don't put baby in a corner.
Yeah.
Cool. Let's continue, because that
Excellent.
will flow and grow.
So that was from Ant.
All right. We're all feeling all humpy now. That's better. All right.
Thank you very much for your question, Ant.
Who here's feeling humpy?
Well, I know there's one male in the house that is.
Emmett is. Yay. Welcome, Oz, to the show.
Excuse me. Right, the next question's from Yashu via email. Dream job manifesting.
Yeah, we've got a theme going on.
Got a bit of jobs and money, isn't it? Yes. So Yashu asks, I find myself at a very crucial point in my life, and being a recent graduate from a reputed program, I aim to join one amongst a set of selected companies in a specific country. I've been working on this for a while and have come across a few roadblocks. Despite being an ardent believer of Neville's concepts, I sometimes doubt why hasn't my dream shown up yet. My main questions evolve around, 1, what is the one thing that can help me in manifesting my dream job? And 2, how specific should I be? Is it better to go general or choose a specific company?
Alrighty, so ready? Here's what's cool. So we really want to know what's your actual wish, because if your wish is to work at ABC Company,
yes,
right? You imagine what implies you're working at ABC Company. However, if it's, I want to work at ABC Company because working there will in 5 years enable me to, again, notice what your real wish is. Always go to what your real wish is. And my guess is we might have some middles going on there, right? But either way, okay, here, beat the shit out of the dog.
Good boy down
right?
here.
So either way, here's the big thing, right? My suggestion, when you go to bed at night, imagine waking up ready to get to work. Oh my God, right? So it's bedtime, you're going to sleep, giving life to the feeling of can't wake up to go to work, right? What would that imply? That would imply you're working where you choose to, right? You're happy with your work, right? Notice that's a very general one. I'm really big at nailing general. I create wealth, right? Once I really nailed that, then I discovered, you know what? I can write a book in a day, right? We just had somebody do that, right? Boom. Really, really cool. And that Make Mistakes, Make Money, Make a Difference group, one of the people there decided, you know what? I'm not going to dick around. I'm going to write my book, and they got it up and published, right? In a day, right? This is what's fun. When what you've chosen becomes non-negotiable, and it's the real end. Hi, how you doing? Want to come over? 1, 2, 3. There we go. Got me a dog. Yeah, you can tell Bruce you're on Dad now. Yeah, that's how I met. All right, so let me see what else is on that.
So the two, about being specific or general, which you just mentioned.
What's the one thing that can help me manifesting my dream job? Make sure you're using this for daily wins. Because if you're waiting, I'm putting all my energy into this important one because this is a long term and it'll make suddenly it becomes hell. But you'll notice if you want to do some searching on feelitrealfun.com or on the podcast, you just look up Joseph Goddard, because I often talk about my Joseph Goddard thing. Before I get out of bed, I'm nailing specific events of my day already having gone my way. And that's really important, because if all of your focus is on that important wish, I can promise you're going to think nothing's happening. It's going to be a struggle. It's going to feel like work. You're going to be hoping, and all that stuff is just not fun. Is it? I love you. You're my best friend.
He's wanting your leg up like when we sit outside, isn't he?
Yeah, happening. Studio's too tight, pal.
That's right. Sorry, Bubba.
That's all right. I know.
Okay,
so,
excellent.
I think that was good.
Yep.
Recent graduate, working on this for a while. By the way, despite being an ardent believer of Neville's concepts, I'm going to be honest with you. I don't believe in Neville's concepts. I am not a Neville Goddard expert. I get labeled as one all the time, because here's what happened. When I started exploring who and what we are and how this works, I remembered this guy named Neville that I read a long time ago. And I picked back up the book, so on and so forth. But here's the thing. It ain't Neville's concepts. This is how it works. Consciousness is the only reality. Your awareness of being as God, how you are aware of being, determines everything. So like Neville says, how would you see the world if your wish were fulfilled? If you had this job, how would you see the world? How would you wake up in the morning? How would you fall asleep at night? Notice I'm not saying, well, if you were in this other land working at this different company, what would you be seeing? Well, I'd be seeing the marquee of the building when I walk up. That may or may not be useful. But the way you would go to bed at night and the way you would wake up in the morning would be radically different. And the other thing is, again, use this for a lot of daily wins, because as long as as long as you believe in Neville Goddard's concepts, it's out there. But when I imagine up every day, 10, 20, 30 wins, boom. It just, the shit that I wait a year for or 30 years for doesn't matter, because I'm having daily wins. So it's the dog. All right, so let's continue. Great question.
Cool, excellent. So that was from Yeshu. Thank you very much for your question.
What? I know there's traffic outside. We don't like it today. All right.
Help me understand. It's about my day more. Yeah.
Yep.
Cool.
They always weave together. So, Victoria.
Yes, I'm just going to shuffle back a bit. All right.
That's right. Since it's all you pushed out, Mr. 20, are they all woven together? Yes.
All right. The next question is from Riri in Manifesting Mastery, dealing with disappointments.
Everybody write down. I want to know that you actually watch this. So when I see 500 people watch this, right, I want to have at least 500 people write, disappointment requires adequate planning. Right?
Yes.
Boom.
Okay, and Riri asks, what do you do when you are displeased or you don't like something that someone does, or somewhere you feel like expressing disappointment?
I express disappointment.
He does.
I do.
Watch out.
I'm very good at that.
Is it normal, or is it me pushed out, or my own inner conversation, or my state? Shall I take the responsibility of every single disappointment or situation? I'm not sure.
Absolutely. Now here's the thing, ready? So we're getting the work done. Jamaica, good job. So we're getting the work done on the house. And yesterday, at the end of the day, I mean, these guys, they're applying essentially cement to the wall of the house, right? Yeah. Not even the short one, the big one.
Yeah.
These guys are tired.
Yeah,
it's the end of the day.
Really
they hustled.
Yes.
And you know what Victoria did? Victoria experienced adequate planning. Right? She was not pleased with a little bit at the bottom. And you could watch the conversation sort of go back and forth a little bit. And you can just tell Victoria was not imagining being
you can't
pleased.
Stay like that. Sorry.
Yeah, right. And so it was really cool because it worked out perfectly, right? It all worked out great.
Yes.
But let me ask, Victoria.
Yes.
Off the record.
Yes.
Did you express disappointment?
I did.
You did. By the way, Victoria.
Yes.
Before all this happened, did you imagine that there's a possibility of disappointment on the work done on the house?
But I'm sure. Probably.
I'm sure. Probably, yeah, just a little, right? Now, here's the cool thing. When you can admit it,
Yes.
right? I can guarantee any shitstorm I've had in my life, it's her fault. It's all her pushed out.
But I was very nice. I said to him, look, you can't you just fix it up, when you come back next week?
Can you do this little tiny bit next week?
When you do the rest of the sides and stuff. And then, no, got to do it now then. So I was like, oh, okay. So he goes off and they start doing it. And then I said, look, because it was a really hot day. And the three guys were planning, well, two of them were planning and hoping he would come along to the river
for a swim. Yay!
And I said, look, they're your mates. Go with your mates to the river. Just put it on so that it's not
there,
so that it's on the wall, and then leave me the sponge
and I'll smooth it out. Right?
And I'll smooth it out. I'll come back in half an hour, and every 15 minutes, and keep smoothing it. And it ended up that's what we did. So
and it worked out great.
It did.
Now here's the thing.
Yes.
She could deny. I never imagined everything not being perfect. And she could try to settle for it. I've seen the look once or twice. Ooh, not the good look. That's not the sexy look. Right? Oh dear Victoria. Not the sexy look. But when you go, right, whenever you decide I'm no longer going to be disappointed, you won't be. Right? And then you'll get, and here's the big thing, right? I'm willing to bet you're tempted to go this direction. Oh, but Mr. 20, you're either going to beat the shit out of yourself or go with the, but there's so many negative things that I've imagined through all my lifetimes. Guess what? You get to put an end to what needs to be put an end to now. So we've all imagined shit while half asleep. Why, some of us have even imagined shit while fully awake. Oh.
A lot of us do.
Yeah, kill them all and let God sort them out, right? Yeah. So, but on the other hand, you get to go, right, I'm not satisfied here. I'm disappointed here. We're going to do things differently now. And you do it, right? Imagine differently and you do what needs done. Boom. This morning at the dog park, Cube kept tapping on the fucking window when I'm trying to do my video, right? So I stopped my video. I went under my window and I said, 10 minutes, right? You're fucking with my video. And I wound up the thing and I completed it. It only took me 2. But I'm very stern when I'm very stern. Right? Love ya. But yeah, you're early. I'm still on the clock, right?
Yeah.
So let us continue.
Yeah. Okay, cool. So that was from Riri. Thank you very much for your question.
Cool. Play. Let it all be play.
The next question's from Anthony in Manifesting Mastery. Loopy Logic.
Loopy Logic.
Anthony asks...
Not Loogie Logic, by the way.
Loopy. Yeah, what do they say?
Loco de la cabeza.
Yeah, that. Loopy.
Yeah, I'm probably not saying it right. Bit of Mexican.
Right, so Anthony asks, when we desire to do something that involves a seeming other, does that mean that the other person desired something that caused us to be part of their bridge of events?
Well, this is where it can get really fascinating because then there's, do other people really exist? At the center of it all, there's only one I am imagining, right? But do not take my word for it. Do not try to figure that out. Here's the thing, right? If I'm imagining chicken for lunch, right? And she goes, hey, how about chicken? I was thinking chicken. Well, was it my imagined life that made her do my bidding, or her imagined life that made me do my bidding?
Yeah, right.
Or just, you know what? At the end of the day, every now and then we both want chicken. Now, on the other hand, every now and then I'll be like, hey, how about if we do this? And she'll go, no. It's like, all right, I must have imagined up disappointment. Right? She didn't do my bidding. But just I wouldn't worry about it. Here's the thing. What did Neville say? Golden rule, and I know you know this one, right? Well, if your desire concerns another, right? You know, here's the thing: if they reject it, it comes back to you. So if I'm imagining chicken, oh my fucking god, chicken, and Victoria's imagining pork, and suddenly it's like, all right, I'll be disappointed. Let's have pork. I will sacrifice for you. And suddenly, like our friend K Dog will show up. Yo, I had me some chicken. I got some extra. I'll give it to you. And I go, damn, I got my chicken. You always win. That's the cool thing. But as long as you don't make it, like, don't try to figure out who imagined what first, something like that, so on and so forth. That just gets you all up in the head and you lose, like, 90% of the fun. So, I get you're also having fun asking the question. So, boom.
Cool.
Thanks for asking.
Yeah, excellent,
Cool.
Anthony. Thanks for your question.
Thank you for your question.
And thank you, Tony, for your answer.
See, but he imagined something that involved me answering the question. So
That's
was
true.
I imagining Anthony posting that specific question? No. But I'm imagining goody questions.
You are imagining a goody question.
Yes.
Excellent show. So
Yay.
you fulfilled.
You fulfilled my wish.
Yes.
Ooh, yeah.
All right. The next question's from James on Facebook.
James.
Why is there no movement in 3D?
All right, I need some of you guys here, some of the lurkers, right? Wherever you're watching this.
Why is there no... Hang on, I don't understand that. Why is there no movement in 3D? What's he mean?
Yeah, so, ready?
Yes.
I need everyone to write this down. So remember, Neville talked about 3D, Neville talked about four-dimensional reality back in the 1948 core lectures. He mentioned it once or twice in a lecture on that. But he didn't go in every little lecture. He didn't talk about four-dimensional reality, three-dimensional reality. And it just gets weird. What it went through Neville's entire teachings was, and this is my words, right? Because I'm trying to really keep this simple, right? Imaginal experience leads physical experience. The physical world is an echo, right? It's not 3D versus 4D. Well, the more dimensional, it just, again, gets you loopy. Loco de la cabeza. But 3D is not compliant, right? I'm imagining.
It's not compliant.
And it is not obedient.
Oh.
Right, now here's the thing. This is what I want everyone to write down. Ready? Bang. Is it bang? Bang. Sizzle last. So your eyes are 4 inches apart. Write it down. Put it in the comment. 4 inches apart for your eyes. Okay. Most of y'all about 6 inches for your ears. Right? Tippity bottom to tippity top on me if I stretch.
6 foot.
Yeah, 6 foot. Right?
Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah.
Right? I pick up this much of the electromagnetic spectrum with my eyes, and I can see infrared. Right? Ooh, baby. But here's the thing, guys.
Yes.
You can physically sense so little. I know there's traffic up on the road. Can't tell you the colors of the cars because I'm looking at the screen, right? I can see very little, right? I can hear very little. I can touch not all that far. I can't even touch the screen, right? I've got no right, zero right to say nothing's happening. Out of the, 8 billion people on the planet that voted for Sleepy Joe, right? Yeah, voter fraud. So out of the 8 billion people on the planet that voted for Sleepy Joe in Allegheny County, Pennsylvania, right? They've got 8 billion votes. I don't know how it happened. Where the fuck am I going with that?
I don't know.
Yeah, I've got no right to say nothing's happening. I can barely, fudge me. I'm barely aware of anything with my physicalness. But if I'm in state, right, boom, I'm not concerned about what I can physically see with my eyes, what I can physically hear with my ears, what I can touch with my finger things, right? I'm at the dog park. Suddenly, Victoria's dead. Doesn't exist. Can't see her. Must be dead. How can I be a happy, loving husband when I don't see my wife? Must be dead. Gone. Vaporized. Never existed. Right?
Never existed.
Right? Versus, right, I'm at the dog park. Right? Yep, I could call her. Maybe she doesn't answer. End of line. Right? We all have no right. We have absolutely no right to say 3 days not responding to my 4D thing. See, if you actually nailed your state, your 4D, you wouldn't give a shit about the echo. You sing, the echo comes back. right? Sometimes it takes a little longer. Sometimes it's a little quicker. If you put your head underwater, it sounds like this, right? And it's louder until you run out of oxygen, right? Then you let your mother-in-law up, right? End of line.
Okay. All right.
All right.
So that question was from James. Thank you very much
That's right.
for your
By the way,
question.
notice the attitude. Oh, Mr. 20 is now moving to 3D. Yeah, that's called the small attitude. Feels small, right? 3D is so big, can't see much of it.
Yeah.
Versus what I really am, right? Right? Don't give a shit. Boom. Jolie, welcome to the show.
All right. Yeah. Thank you, James, for your question.
Thank you, James. Bang.
And the last question today is from Sizzle in Dream Driven Day.
Yo, sizzle.
State surrender secrets. Sizzle asks, would you share more about this? I got that falling
Sorry.
so in love.
Triple D Dave, Liza Minnelli's eyes are 6 inches apart. I agree. Okay, we'll let Victoria start over again. I'm sorry. That was good. Yeah, let's admit it, right?
Okay, so Sizzle asks, would you share more about this? I got that falling so in love. It haunts my mind from the self-abandonment lecture.
In Dream Driven Day.
Yes. And the quote, he's given us the actual quote. So, in the world of Caesar, be imitators of God as beloved children, just as Christ loved us and gave himself to us. Now imitate that. So, are you in love with money? There's nothing wrong with it. Are you in love with fame? There's nothing wrong with it. And are you in love with physical health? Nothing wrong with that. But be in love with it. Thank you, Victorian 20, for your answer.
A lot of people crave money. A lot of people crave Monica.
Yeah, right.
A lot of people
But
crave
be in
health.
love with it.
Right.
Yeah.
But if you really love it,
Yeah.
see, I love money. I do. I admit it, right? This is cool because I'm watching her. She doesn't cringe when I say it now. She did before, right?
Yeah.
I just watch what people do, right? Because it reveals what are you imagining. So I love making it. I love spending it. I love investing it. I love giving you advice so you make double your income, work half the time, bring me a box of smokes into Australia, right? Just for fun. Because what it really comes down to is when I notice what a real desire is, Neville basically says your desires come from God. They're divine in origin. Your cravings and complications, on the other hand, they come from weird things that you imagine as true. Like, well, money's bad. Like, money is the root of all evil. No, it isn't, right? Well, the love of money is. Well, the craving of it is. The blaming of it is. When you blame money on success, or is it success on money? When you blame success on money, right? I got me a hot woman, right? That whole thing. You hit the lottery, suddenly like, oh, all the pretty girls like me. Right?
Yeah.
Yet you really get to love it. What does love mean? Love is to appreciate, to give life to, right? I love coming in from the dog park today, right? And I park the car, and I get out, and I tell the boys, find mama. Right? And then, they're happy, right?
I know.
Yeah. We're all happy to see mama. We all know what mama's been up to. She's been up to happy mama things. Right?
Digging in the dirt.
Digging
so
in the
like
dirt,
that.
right? She's looking all sexy and hot, covered with mud under her fingernails and stuff.
Yeah, I did. I still sort
That's
of.
right. Mud and blood.
Yeah.
What does that possibly mean?
I don't know.
But when you fall so in love, I love teaching, I love business. I'm some weird-ass combination of Abdullah, Neville, and Victor. Because Abdullah was just loud, from what I can tell, right? He wanted to go to the opera, he went to the opera, non-negotiable, right? Abdullah's attitude, we talk about that in Dream Driven Day next February. Can't sign up now, right? But we talk about stuff like that. Neville had his exploration thing. Neville was big on exploring and just, wow, how cool. Noticing correlations and connections, making useful distinctions. And Victor loved business. I love all three. That's what my essence of me. And it's like, if I wasn't okay with it, It's like, well, when you're not okay with what you love, what you really want to enjoy and experience more of, then weird ass morality kicks in and all these things like you just gets yuck. So you get to surrender, really surrender. And here's the cool thing, right? Loving happy husband. It is the most selfish thing I can do, but it gives to her, right? I want to give to her. Okay? Anything less doesn't. Can I get in a state of anything less? Sure. But whenever I keep returning to this, I love being a happy husband. I love being a loving husband. I love being a happy, loving husband. And when I surrender to that, it gives. I love this morning that she took the time to say, I am abandoning and forsaking you. Like, really, Victoria?
Yes.
Go on. Right? And she does what? She abandons and forsakens.
Yes.
And then I lose my mind and get cranky and leave. No. I love whenever she says, I'm going to stay back and there's going to be, it's going to be mud and blood. Mud and blood. Right? She's going to work them to the stubs, right? Mud and blood.
Yeah.
But it's beautiful. So just always be surrendering. You're surrendering to something, right? And you'll notice we're wrapping the show up with sizzles, but take this last thing and run it back through all the other questions.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Okay? Beginning with we got the family business, but I'm not being fully expressed. Right? Ooh. So fall so much in love with you being fully expressed and profitable with that expression.
Yeah.
To the point where you can't help but make that the first hour of your day.
It haunts the mind.
It haunts the mind.
I love that.
See, I don't go out and stay late at places. Like if people say, hey, come on over. You're like, we'll start drinking at 8. That don't work for me.
We're winding down, thinking about going to bed at 8.
Yeah. I'm
9:30, but...
Yeah, sometimes even, we're up at a whopping 10, right? Watch a double of something. Oh, this is really good.
Wow, that's a late night for us.
Yeah, what's going to happen to Barksdale, right? We got to keep going. Right?
Yeah.
But 4:30, 5 o'clock in the morning, okay, boom, uptime.
Yeah.
And it's not that I'm disciplined. Do I look disciplined? Am I disciplined? That's funny. I get excited. I mean, we got a phone call the other day or a texty thing like, hey, I got a bottle of something for you. Score. Right?
Yeah,
I'm out of here, right? Get away from the noise, go pick up some score, right? Good stuff.
Yeah.
But I'm not disciplined. Not at all. I don't want any of y'all to be disciplined. No, except for Victoria. You're going to get disciplined because you're not obedient. So anyway, okay. I think that ties it all together. Victoria?
I do. I think do your job too. So my job is tell us. Whoa.
Look at all that.
Your strawberry bits.
Tell us your strawberry bit.
Mine is that last haunting the mind, but surrender to surrender to what you love. It's like that is just gorgeous. So that's my strawberry bit.
And that's what you did this morning.
Yeah. And I can really see how it can bubble back into every question
every one of
we've
those
had on the show.
Right? Yeah. Boom, 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 boom.
Yeah, so love that.
That's right.
What was your strawberry bit?
Whew, well, that's a toughie. I really so I busted his chops. My strawberry bit was Tommy tossing up that question, even though he knows better, right? because it really gave a chunk that was needed at that point in the show. And here's the thing: before I get out of bed in the morning, I do my Joseph Goddard every day. Doesn't matter. She's up first. I'm up first. Dogs are nuts. Kanga outside. Mystery noise. Flying dog. Yeah. Doesn't matter, right? Yeah. Every day before I get out of bed. If we're doing a show, I imagine the show having had crushed it. I'm feeling what I feel after a show that crushes it, right? Boom, right? I nail it. And here we are. Tommy plays his part, which takes us right back to Anthony's question.
About, bridges and stuff. Yes.
Because the whole thing of like, did I, you get how cool it is? I imagine a perfect crushing show. Tommy's imagining getting an answer. Right?
Yeah.
Each one of us is manipulating the other. You know what it is? It's all Victoria pushed out.
That's right. You
So that's my strawberry bit.
Sweet.
Oh,
Excellent. Okay.
Tommy.
So while you guys type in your strawberry bits,
Yep.
we're not going to bother telling you to go to freeneville.com and subscribe to the 221 email list to get a pseudo-random email
Yeah, you can,
every day.
right? But it's growing like this, but the other one's growing like this.
So it sounds like everyone is wanting to get on the easymanifestingmethods.com. Is that it?
Yeah, that's the way it's trending right
The
now.
list. Okay, so check out easymanifestingmethods.com, especially if you're not new to it, but just, just want a bit more.
Yeah. If you want the foundations that actually work, oh my God, I don't have the right recording, right? You don't need a recording, right? Just
yeah,
right.
And that's 7 emails, I think, isn't it?
Oh, and then they get the daily email too.
Yeah, so that's a good way to start.
Yep.
Join our 90-day adventure at manifestingmasterycourse.com.
That's right. Half a donut, right? 15 to 25 minutes a day, right? Half a donut a day is what it costs, right? Really?
Yeah.
What's a turkey cost in the
What
US?
is someone said on the watch party last night that we were doing? Someone in the UK was going, $97. That's only £72, and you can't even get an hour at a tattooist for that.
Oh yeah, that fellow with all the full tats, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just, what's his name? I was just looking at him this morning.
Chris Worry?
That's him. Yeah.
I don't know how you pronounce your last name, but
Larry.
it was
Larry.
it was good. It was really funny, a humorous comparison
and true.
to prices.
Right.
Yeah, so simple. And for refunds, visit our YouTube channel, feelitrealfun.com.
That's right.
Well, that's it.
Okay, so starting like in 2021, we've got some updates, but one of them is the Hats and Tats campaign. Right, we all want you wearing freeneville.com hats and having freeneville.com tats, right? So the hats and
those
tats.
that comply.
Yeah, those that comply, you get a bonus.
Yes.
You get 5 points. Hats and tats.
Hats and tats.
That's right.
Okay.
All right.
Yeah, and you, Oliver, have an awesome weekend.
Have an awesome Thanksgiving Day, you guys that are in the Thanksgiving Day places. Yeah. We'll be back tonight with a watch party.
Yes. Okay.
It'll be fun.
If you're around, it'll be good fun.
Yeah, and if not, it'll be funner. It's just wonderful.
We'll see you next week.
All right. I got to watch Raymond Reddington because another episode's out.
Oh.